Get what I want, I get what I need. Every single day I'm heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listening to me, cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it. I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being.
Hello there and welcome back to my channel. This is What If Deku Was a Saint. Wait, let me close the door. Sorry. This is What If Deku Was a Saint Part 2. And we last left off, Deku just splits the heroes, trying to save Bakugo. So let's get back into this. And before I start, no, I will do that at the end. I will shout out 3 Discord members at the end. So, let's go. Deku blessed all the heroes, appearing in front of the sludge villain with a greenish ball in his palm, then shooting it. It wasn't a wave, it was a blast. When it impacted with the sludge villain, he instantly exploded, evaporated. Where I'm gonna sneeze. Gosh, sorry guys. Then he grabbed Bakugo, throwing him to Death Arms. I think that's his name. Well, don't really kill. He's irrelevant. So then Deku blitzed again, grabbing Cena. That's her name, I think, and then disappearing. There were some reporters and the press basically, but they only saw a green flash with someone with long hair. And Deku looks like this. Wait, let me get a picture. Oh gosh. Deku looks like this, but the only difference is that he has pupils. And yeah, he has pupils. That's the only difference here. Okay. Then Deku Blitz, when he reappeared in front of Cena's house, dropping her off and like dropping her off, saying, "Well, that was something." She then said, "I didn't get a picture." "And that's what you're worried about," said Deku. As he then said, "Well, I need to leave. I have some training to do." And then she said, "Bye, Izuku." I think I named him Izuku. Yeah, bye, Izuku. And she then disappeared. He kind of knows the instant transmission just for plot, even though instant transmission alone in the My Hero Academia verse is overpowered. So now Deku doesn't beat All Might. Bakugo gets one for all because he was resisting the sludge villain. So All Might saw promise quote quotation marks. So Bakugo gets one for all, and yeah. So yeah. Now we skip. During these 10 months, Deku has just been training and non-stop training. So Deku has a transformation, but I'm not gonna show it. So yeah, now we skip 10 months. Deku was going to UA to going. He was working with Cena to go to UA. Yeah, Cena has pyrokinesis. Yeah, so yeah. He was going to walking to UA with Cena to get into UA through the entrance exam. They arrived, they did the written test, then they went to the podium where they saw President Mike, and he explained the 1 pointer, 2 pointer, 3 pointer. But when he was about to explain the 0 pointer, a blue haired kid jumped up and said, "Sir, you didn't explain the 0 pointer. If this is a mistake from UA's part, I'm gravely disappointed." Then Deku stood up and said, "If you let the man talk, he would have explained," as he shot some killing intent towards Ida. As then Ida instantly sat down. As the Mike said, "Yeah, I was about to explain it." Well, anyways, as he explains the 0 pointer and the test, and yeah. And then he says, "Go to the locker rooms and wear your gym clothes." And as Deku wore this, because I'm too lazy to get a picture. As Deku wore this, yeah. So then there Cena and Deku are different cities, so no teaming. As then the door opened, as then Deku blitz everyone. Then the all students thought that Deku was cheating, and they looked at President Mike. As then President Mike said, "You should be like that kid. There's no time in a real battle. A real battle. Go, go, go!" As then everybody went, but it was too late because they could destroy every single robot in the whole city, gaining him 300 points, villain points. As then Naruto said, as then let's go to the teacher's lounge when they were watching. As then no, not blue, sorry, a white mouse said, I need to already release the zero pointer. That kid is insane. And then he looked at a skinny man that had blue eyes and said, he even surpassed your score. As then Oma said, that's a promising student. We should definitely get him in. Thinking the same thing, said a not black man, said a man with a black-haired man that looks tired. As then Nazu, not Nazu, the white red named Nazu clicked a red button. As then in the, let's say it was B, city B. Then in city B, they started hearing rumbling. As then the zero pointer came, every single contestant ran. And this time, Aura bitch doesn't get stuck in the stupid rubble. Weak, pathetic bitch. And sorry, I got off track. So, then Deku said, "Well, I love me some challenge." As he then licked his lips. Sorry, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Sorry. As then Deku started floating to everybody's surprise. As then he went to the zero pointer's head. No, he didn't go to the zero pointer's head. He started floating. As he then charged up, he what'd you call? Sorry. Okay. As he then put his hands behind his back, as he then a green ball started appearing. As he then charged it up, and there was a green light surrounding him. As he said, "Crush Beam." That's the best name I could come up with. So I'm sorry if it sounds bad. I know it sounds bad, but it sounds bad. That was the best name I could come up with. As then it's basically a Kamehameha, but different color and different name. As then it blew up the zero pointer's head. Blew up the whole zero pointer, not the zero pointer's head. As then Deku floated down and started walking out. And then he said, "They will probably make another test for you, so don't worry." As then some people sighed because they thought he was that he was powerful would be ignorant or bratty or spoiled. So they were glad that he wasn't a prick. And yeah, so we skipped 2 weeks. Deku was at his room doing some push-ups. No. We skipped 1 week. No, 2 weeks, 1 week. Let's skip 5 days. Yeah, I want to do this because I love this character. As then Deku was doing some push-ups in the room. As then his mother came in and said, "Izuku, I have an announcement to make." As then Deku didn't stop push-ups and said, "What is it, Mom?" Uh, "I want you to meet your new stepfather." As then Izuku stopped for a second. As then he resumed his push-ups and said, "Is he here?" As then yeah. As then the stepfather was outside of the door listening in, and he could feel no, not doing that. He was listening in, but he didn't feel a connection. So as then Inko said, "Yes, he's right outside the door." And then Izuku said, "Well, let him in." As then a man with a black no black suit, a black outfit with a scarf and black hair came in and said, "Well, hello, Izuku." But he didn't get a good look at Izuku. But I said, "Well, hello, Izuku. It's very nice to meet you." And then Izuku stood up and turned because he was facing the other way. And then Aizawa, oh shit. As Aizawa widened his eyes because this was the kid from the UA Sports Festival. Wait, you are Izuku Midoriya, the kid that destroyed every single robot in CCB and even evaporated the zero pointer. Well, from that expression and that scarf and that outfit, I know that you're a racerhead. Wait, how do you know? Said Aizawa. Well, I'm kind of a hero nerd, so I will know heroes when I see them. As then Deku laid out his hand and said, I'm proud. No, no, not, I'm not. I'd love for a relationship to be. Right, I need to think about this. As then Aizawa laid out his hand and said, I hope I can be a good god, a stepfather for you. As then Deku shaked and said, I hope I could be a good stepson. And if I remember correctly, I said that Deku's father was a hero and he died when All Might and All For was fighting. So, if I didn't say that, well, I didn't say that. But Aizawa knows about Deku's dad and knows that he was a good person. Let's say they were friends. No, no, no. That'd be weird. Let's say they knew each other, but not friends. It's not like they hate each other, they just not talk to each other. That's it. So then, uh, whatchamacallit? Yeah, then we skip his 5 days. So we skip 1 week. Deku, no, Aizawa, someone knocked on his door. He came in. Deku said, "Come in." And then Aizawa came in and said, "Well, without wasting any time, you passed. That's a relief." And then Deku went back to doing his exercise. And Deku is taller than Aizawa and more buffer, obviously. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So we skip to 1 week, and we skip another week. Deku was getting ready for school. They had to get him an extra large school uniform, but he doesn't have the tie because the tie makes him choke. So he just has like the uniform without the tie. Yeah. Then he came out of his room and he said, "I hate this suit. I hate this uniform." And then Inko chuckled and Aizawa just smiled. And then Deku said, "I'm off." Wait, it's too early. School won't be open by now. No, I'm out training. No, no, let's see he's not wearing the uniform. Then Aizawa said, then Deku said, "I'm out training. I'm going to train." And then he left without eating breakfast. No, yeah. So then he met up with Cena because let's say school starts at like 8, and he wakes up at 6:30. So school won't be open. Then he goes train for half an hour. Then then he goes no. See, he goes pick up Cena. Cena is a little sleepy, so he splashes water on her, and he does this every day for like they did it for how many years? Let's say they started doing this for about 5 years ago. 5 years. So they start training until 7:30. No, until 7:15, where Deku goes to his home and Cena goes to her home. They take a shower, they wear their uniform, and then before Deku eats breakfast. Cena already ate breakfast. Then they leave. When they arrive at school, it's about 7:45 because they walk home. They don't take the train. When they arrived, they entered UA property. They looked for Class 1A. Deku didn't look because he could sense Aizawa's chakra in it, so he went to the room where he could sense Aizawa's chakra, and it was Class 1A. So then he entered. He saw what's that? He saw a kid. No, not a kid. A man with blue hair and glasses, and a girl with black hair. Yeah, black hair. That's all I could describe. And then Deku sat at his back, and Cena right next to him, and then yeah, then they waited for around 15 minutes for everybody to come in. Everybody came in, and Uraka is class 1B. Instead of Uraka, it's Cena, so fuck Uraka. Sorry, Ura bitch. Anyways, I'm gonna close the door because my parents gotta be loud. Close the damn door. Okay, so, where was I? Then, let's say, what would, yeah, I think they would call Aizawa dad. Then when everybody came in, they could release some killing intent. Why, you might be asking? Because they were too loud, and he knows if they're too loud, Isaiah will give him a lecture. So everybody could feel the killer intent. They looked at Deku, and then he said, "Shut up." And everybody shut their mouth. Besides one person, the most ignorant, bratty Bakuho. Sorry, Totsuki Bakuho. And he said, "Why should I take orders from you, nerd?" And let's say they went to the same school, just for plot. They went to the same school with Cena. John Cena. I'm not funny. So, then Deku looked at Bakugo, his eyes pierced in his soul. Then Bakugo felt his leg is going weak, so he just sat down. As then Deku said, "Dad, you can come out now." I'm sorry if you heard that. My parents are being loud. So yeah. Then a caterpillar-looking thing stood up. A yellow caterpillar-looking thing stood up, and then it turned, showing a zipper. And then the zipper opened, revealing a black hair. Really Aizawa, so don't want to describe him again. Then he said, "Thanks for keeping everybody quiet. Anyways, my name is Shota Aizawa. I'm your homeroom teacher." As he then got a suit out, as then he got a uniform out of his sleeping bag and said, "Where do you think go outside?" And then Deku stood up and took one. Oh, no, then Deku stood up and walked up to Aizawa and said, "Do you have mine?" "Yes, it's in your locker." And then Bakugo stood up and said, "Is this favoritism?" And then Aizawa looked at him and said, "Do you think this uniform," as he lifted the uniform, the ordinary uniform, "will fit him?" And then they looked at the uniform, and they looked at Deku, and they looked at the uniform, and then looked at Deku again, and said, "Oh, I got it, idiots." As then Deku said, "Idiots." As then he walked, as then he vanished out of existence and went to the lockers when he wore his uniform, not yeah uniform, PE clothes, and waited for class 1A to come. As then class 1A came, and Isaiah went, and then Isaiah said, "Today we'll be doing a Quirk apprehension test. This will show how much control of your Quirk you have." As then a pink-haired, no, does she have pink hair? Yeah, I think she has pink hair. And a pink-haired girl said, "How about orientation? We're gonna miss it." Oh, I got so bad. Girl voice. As then Aizawa looked at her and said, "If you want to get in the big leagues, time wasting ceremonies won't help you." And this is gonna end up the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's me shout out some people from my Discord. First, I need to choose who. Hollow Panther, Vampire What is, and who's that guy? I forgot. Itachi Uchiha. Shout out to him for thank you for joining my Discord. And like I said, this one gonna end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. See you. Peace.